Scanning my audience of 5 people.
Hi everybody, my name is Jolene and I'm going to talk to you today on how television can negatively influence our lives. Almost under all of our roofs is a monster that's invading our homes, influencing our family, and controlling our lives more than you or I even realize. We need to take back what's rightfully ours and turn off that television. We're letting television influence our children with violence and our families with eating foods that are not good for our bodies. Today we're going to see how turning off the television can help improve the quality of our lives. We're also going to talk about how violence on TV negatively influences our children and how the fast food commercials control our eating habits and what our families want to eat. I'm going to show you today how you can improve your life by simply just limiting your TV time. We're watching TV way too much and not realizing the negative effects it has in our lives. The average American home has the TV on over half the day. According to the CQ researcher of September of 2006, Nielsen Media Research Company reports, during the 2005 to 2006 season, for instance, the average household had the television running for 8 hours and 14 minutes a day. That's way too much television time. We're letting the violence of television get in our heads and influence how we are acting. If we're letting this much television time air in our homes, our children are learning their morals from it instead of from the parents. They're getting into their heads that television is something that needs to be copied. According to CQ researcher of March of 1994, The Economist reports, the American Psychological Association estimates that the average child watching 27 hours of TV per week will experience 100,000 acts of violence just before finishing grade school. Athelia Hudson, a children's TV researcher at the University of Kansas, estimates that 4 to 6% of crime can be linked to the entertainment media's influence. According to the CQ researcher of 1995, average middle-class kids who see violence on TV aren't likely to go out and shoot anyone up. But those in disadvantaged neighborhoods who see violence will interpret it as normal behavior. It seems like everything on TV now has some sort of violence, whether it's robbery, fighting, car chases, you name it. Even though most of what we see on television is fake or staged, kids can't differentiate that from reality. And they also don't understand that there's consequences and they're real to their actions. Watching television also furnishes an inactive lifestyle. You incorporate that with the bad commercials that we see for fast food advertisements on TV, and you get obesity. According to CQ researcher of 2003, one widely cited estimate is that the average American child sees 10,000 of ads a year for food products, and not many of those are for fruits and vegetables. As many as 80% of the commercials aired during children's programming, they pitched high-calorie dense foods, and the same goes for those fast food commercials. The CQ researcher of 2002 reported that, according to a McDonald's internet company memo, they personally state, "We don't sell nutrition. People don't come to McDonald's for nutrition." Ron Kaufman produced a website that was to inform people to turn off their TVs. Here is where the Center for Disease Control makes that point extremely clear. 1/4 of children in America, they spend 4 hours or more watching television daily, and lifestyle behaviors is #1 of the major factors contributing to obesity in children and adults. Now that we can see some of those problems, let's take a look at how we can solve them. The solution to this problem is at your fingertips. Pick up that remote and just press that power button. Take back control of your lives and limit the amount of TV you're watching per day. Instead of watching TV, try spending some more time with your family. Read a book, go for walks, do arts and crafts, anything that can bring you guys closer together. According to August 1996 Journal of Marriage and the Family, children whose fathers spent time with them doing activities tend to have better academic performances. Just by limiting the amount of television watched and replace it with talking or interacting makes you become a closer-knit family. According to the August 2005 Journal of Marriage and the Family, youths who communicate, do activities, and have close relationships with their parents are less likely to engage in violent behavior. Just reducing the television can help you gain control of obesity in your family. According to the Times website, Alice Parks states, to curb the childhood obesity epidemic, health experts have long urged parents to make healthy changes to their family's lifestyle, such as eating nutritiously, reducing TV time, exercising, and getting a good night's sleep. Individually, these behaviors have been linked to a lower risk of obesity in kids. There are some arguments that television is good and educational, and you know what? To some extent I agree. According to the website of the Seattle Times, In 2005, Frederick Zimmerman, a professor at University of Washington, states, previous studies have been found that educational programs such as Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood help kids learn. The programs are designed with education in mind and test to make sure they fulfill that mission. They also promote interactivity such as singing and sounding out words, all that parents can participate in. The rebuttal that I have is that we're allowing TV to take too much control. We're making what's basically supposed to be a luxury a necessity, and that's where it becomes bad. Now that we've talked about some of the solutions, let's see one in action. According to the Science Daily in the February 2010 issue, they did a research on childhood obesity. They concluded the following. Among preschool-aged children with three household routines, eating evening meals as a family more than 5 times a week, obtaining at least 10.5 hours of sleep per night, and watching less than 2 hours per day of TV on weekdays, which is referred to as screen viewing time, almost 1 in 4 of the children, 24.5%, living in households with any of these routines were obese. This article goes on to then state that you don't have to have all 3 factors. Just having one greatly limits the impact of obesity in your home. I'm going to go ahead and take a question. Does anybody have one?
What's the difference between Netflix and aired television with commercials?
Well, the aired television with commercials, obviously, we have the fast food and the aspect where you get the obesity. But Netflix, you don't have all that, so they're more the violence factor. 60% of all media that is advertised has a high ratio of violence. So your kids still are influenced in that aspect.
Okay.
Don't let television influence your family to a certain extent, guys. Not everything you hear and see on television is good for you, and advertisements are extremely misleading. How can you make a difference? The answer is simple. Television is made for entertaining. It's a world of imagination. Good guy doesn't always have to win, and love doesn't conquer all. Kids are extremely influential, so why not let them have something positive to influence your children? They no longer want to play outside or be with families and eat together. So together we can make a difference. Pick up that remote, turn off your television, and tap into something real that's your family. Thank you, guys.
And
I'm going to scan my audience. Sorry, Michelle.
yeah.
5 people. And stop.